first and foremost, I just want to thank you guys for the love and attention that the Barbarian and Boazon build videos have gotten. So that's nice. I appreciate every view that I receive because I'm such a small channel, and I just love all the attention that you guys give some of my videos. So that's awesome to see. Also, what I'm doing with the videos, I'm not really doing like the typical guide format. I'm kind of doing more of a real-time format where I show the efficacies of the build instead of giving you like a breakdown. But I'm gonna do both. So like I'll show you guys the skill tree here. This is the leveling Paladin build too, by the way. So I'm just doing, these skills are bar none, barely anything in there, so I'm just going to leave them up on the screen for a couple seconds, just so you can see in spec if you want to try it out. So yeah, so this is the resist fire aura, so I'll just give a brief breakdown of the skills, and then we'll just jump right into the gameplay. So this is the resist fire. It's an aura that you don't need active because it affects the other aura which you want active at all times. So this aura is resist fire. When active, aura decreases fire damage to you and the party. You do not need that because it passively increases your fire resistance with the other skill that it goes with. So you want to get this to 20. And then you want to get this to 20 as well because they work together. So as you see at the very bottom there, Holy Fire receives bonuses. So there's the resist fire plus damage level. So getting resist fire puts more damage into this. And without the aura, again it passively puts up your fire resistance. Yeah, my fire resistance is only 22, but I take no damage from fire. And these are just my stats, so these are my base stats. So my base stats for strength is just 60. Dexterity is only 25, that's my base. I'm going to work on increasing that because you have to. This build mainly focuses on vitality just to get you to level 30, I think it is, for the build. I'll have the description, I'll have the link in the description. But this basically just gets you to the level that the build suggests, and then you can kind of spec after that. You can kind of put your own into what you want. So I think that the leveling builds are just like templates to exploring the trees and whatnot, which is what I'm going to do, which I'm going to stick with this because you are going to see why. So yeah, you want to get you want to get Holy Fire to 20, and you want to put Resist Fire onto 20. And once you max those, and then you get this just so you can get that. So this is just a prerequisite. That's a good one to use until you get that, which the guide also tells you. And then these are just basics that actually, at level 1, work amazingly. They work wonders. That's just good for mobility. That's a prerequisite. And that's your basic attack. So we're just going to jump into why I think this leveling build, is probably going to be the one I stick with, and I'm just going to build off of that. So we're just going to jump into the areas that I wanted to show you guys. So we're in the we're going to the tombs of Tal Rasha. We're not going to go to the main boss just because I am in Act 3, so I kind of want to play more of that as well because those enemies are more difficult. But I have the Holy Fire aura on now, and as you can see, when enemies just touch you, they basically die. Now, obviously, it's not going to be as strong if you're just starting out, but I'm only level 25 right now, and that is my Holy Fire damage. That's all it is. And then Zeal is my basic attack instead of just the regular attack. So yeah, I can just stand still, and they die. And as you can see, I'm not moving. I'm not doing, and all my battery's low. Damn it. But yeah, when I'm standing still, you have a hard time dying. You will still die depending on the enemy mobs, so that's why I'm into Tal Rasha's tomb, because I can show you basically how effective this is and this can be. Now again, obviously the power values are going to differentiate if you don't have 14 and 7. So it gets stronger. So don't give up on it. It's very strong at its early stages. It's very overpowered. That's why I think I'm just gonna work off of that once I fill the trees needed. So yeah, as you can see, this big room, not moving once again. I'm just keeping an eye on my health. All dead. You really see the effectiveness of the build in the Taurasha tombs because of all the mobs of enemies. So the Burning Dead, no problem. You can just go right to the source and stop him from raising the skeletons, and then make sure your mercenary's buffed up. This is just all I have on my mercenary right now. I just have that, and that. That's it. Nothing crazy. His stats aren't off the wall. And I picked up a charm. Oh, lightning damage, okay. Yeah, so my stats aren't off of it. My mercenary stats aren't off the wall, and he just leveled up. So, but yeah, like, you can just stand here. This build is a very safe build, I think, and it's great for beginners. I'm not well versed in the Paladin. I'm not really versed in any of these classes when it comes to getting down to the true potential of the characters. I kind of just go in doing the skills that I want, and I end up realizing that that's not the right thing to do. It's not like Borderlands 2 where you can keep respecing either, which I'm kind of glad that they don't do that, because then this game would be incredibly easy. And I don't want that, because the difficulty of this game is what makes it unique. Like I mentioned before, like Act 1 is basically the tutorial of the game, and then when you play into Act 2, 3, and 4, and 5, it gets hard. Like, you have to know what you're doing. I don't think I shut off my weapons either, so these are just my basic weapons. I'm looking for rune words, like I have Stealth. This is a good one for the build as well. Tal and Eth runes. I will post a link also of the runes, so you guys know what you're doing. You need to be level 17 to use it though, so it's a great 17 armor. Like I'm 20. What level was I? 25, and this is 17. I'm still using it. I'm most likely going to be using this until I get to the very end. But like, look at all the stuff that it does. It's very good. It makes you fast as hell too. And I just picked up this shield. I actually got that shield from Duriel when I killed him. And then I got this helmet, which I'm trying to make Ort Soul. And I just got very, very basic stuff. I don't have the best stuff in the game, but this, as you can see, that doesn't really matter. With this build, it's not gear dependent early. I find though, as you get further, you do have to make sure you're equipped. I'm trying to find. Hopefully I can find a room with a lot of people in it, because then I can show you. Okay, there's a lot of people here, and there's uniques. So you just keep an eye on your health and just walk through. That's just all I'm doing. I'm just walking through and keeping an eye on my health. Great for Duriel as well. I didn't really see the effects with Duriel because it was the skills were in such infancy then. But when I got to Duriel, I only had to teleport out once, and that was to grab my full rejuve potions. But usually I had to keep going in and out and in and out, but with Duriel, it took a lot of damage with my Holy Fire, so this might be a big room that I could show it off. Okay, this is perfect. Now I'm just going to run around because I don't want to get trapped. That's another little tidbit. If you see a room with all these skeletons, just look at the corners of the rooms and just try to kill these unravelers, and then the rest will fall. Your mercenary is the Act 2 mercenary is very competent, so he'll pick up all the slack while you kill the regenerators, basically. The guys that bring back the skeletons. As long as you kill them, your mercenary will hold the line until you can go and help him. See, I'm not going to go through all the tombs, but I just wanted to show you guys how great this build is. Or really, showcase off when it comes to tight mobs, because these rooms are kind of small. Now, when we go to Act 3, you'll see that it's more open. You can run around a lot more. You have a lot more freedom, a lot more room to move. But when these tight spaces, they make me very uncomfortable. Like when I'm playing with my barb, I get very uncomfortable in these tight spaces in Tal Rasha's tombs. So we're just going to jump to Act 3, and then we're just going to play on. I'm going to stop being in teach mode, and I'm just going to be playing. So we'll see you guys in Act 3. Okay, now we'll see. This is where you will be able to see basically its true power, because those enemies are kind of underpowered. Not necessarily underpowered, but they're in the last act. So we'll just go to the current act where enemies are more scaled to me, and then we'll truly see. So I'm standing still once again, not moving. And your mercenary will pick up the slack, as long as he's properly suited. That's one thing I do recommend with this build, is make sure your mercenary is properly suited up. And my game audio levels look a little high. I'm going to turn them down. Alright, let's try this. This should be fine now. I notice the game volume is always a little loud on these videos, and I apologize for that. So what are we doing? We're going in the sewers. So more mob showcase. That's good. And that's that. And I think I'm really excited to see how well this build does and how it grows, because this act is, or as the acts are getting higher now, there's more and more mobs. And these mobs hit a lot harder. Like the Stygian dolls, they hit so hard. Travancore, all those places, those mobs hit so hard, and it's unreal how hard they hit. I'm hoping with this mic that you're not going to hear my PlayStation try to take off. Getting ready for takeoff on the damn runway. It's because it's really loud right now, and I'm hoping that it's not picking it up. But we'll see. See, I don't have to worry. I have Holy Fire on. So Zeal is your basic attack, and it allows you to hit adjacent enemies with one attack, and it makes you attack really fast. So that just becomes your basic attack instead of just a normal one. You just want that as your basic attack. It doesn't eat a ton of mana. You'll get mana back. I think that's what Ort's Soul comes in, which is a helmet, which I'm trying to get. I just need to find a nice 2-socket, and I need to get level 27. Rune words are a big thing in this game as well. I'm so glad that I'm playing this as I'm older, because now I understand the game a lot more, and there's more research about it. Because back in 2000, like, the internet was nowhere near what it is now. A blip on the radar to what the internet is now. So there's a lot more research done on the game and the rune words and all that and shown, and I really enjoy that. I'm glad that I get to be part of it now. And for the people who discovered that shit way back then, damn, dude, you guys have been playing the hell out of this game. So those guys will do a lot of damage to you, but nothing crazy. That's basically what my character does. Those auras that give off when those enemies get killed, that's basically what I'm doing. Except I'm not doing it when I'm dead. I'm doing it every time they hit me. So which is why I kind of want to name it like maybe like a Poison Ivy build or something like that. I'm going to get the build together, and then I'm going to do another video. And I'm going to... I think it's not really my build, because I'm building on a template, but... I guess it kind of is mine, right? Because I'm modifying it the way I want. Like, once you fill the build to what the guide says, then I can just make it what I want. Which I think is a nice touch, because Borderlands doesn't really have that. They don't really have, like, a template build that'll get you to where you want, and then you can edit on your own. I find that when you actually go to build videos, like a couple of them I've made, and then you go to other people's build videos, I find that those ones are actually the better ones. But that game's a lot easier to break as well. Like, it's a lot harder to find weapons and stuff in this game than it is that game. Which is nice, because you don't need a certain gear to progress in this. Or, excuse me, how am I going to word that? Basically, like, you can get by with gear. To me, it seems like it's more the build that really matters. The build and your mercenary, because as long as you can get the aggro off of you, and then you have skills like I do, where you can just walk around and enemies just kill themselves, then you'll do great. But it's mostly about getting that aggro off of you. Okay. That's the one thing I don't like about this act. It's like you'll go all the way over there, and then it's just like, oh, it's a dead end. And then you have to walk all the way back. But with stealth, it's not really a problem. Probably one of the best starter rune words, absolutely, is stealth. So at the end, before I call it, I think I will get more in-depth on a little more in-depth on the runes and how they work. Because I had no clue when I first played this game of what those were. I just put them in random stuff, and I'm like, oh, this rune gives me extra health, or this rune leeches health. Great, I'm going to use it. I didn't know that you had to combine them shits, and you could make something even better. Like, Borderlands 2 was one of my favorite games of all time, and then when I started playing this again, this game totally took over. This is my game of all time now. Mostly because of the nostalgia factor too. Nostalgia is my favorite feeling. It really is. And considering like this is what like this was the shit back in the day. Like this is what we played on and we loved it. Like this was the jam. And then now it's like this. For that. So look at all the freedom I have. I can just run around and just as long as I'm not getting aggro, I'm fine. As long as enemies aren't focusing on me, I'm free to do what I want. So we're looking for the sewers, right? So we need to go to like the little cities. Yeah, the Kurash Bazaar we need to find. Look, all these enemies. Perfect. Hit me. Go ahead, don't be shy. See, that's why it's important for your mercenary to be geared, because look at all the damage that he can do. He can basically one-shot enemies. I'm on Act 3, and I'm only on normal, but these enemies are tough. Like, if I stand in front of that fetish shaman, 2 breaths of that fire, he'll likely kill me. This build is vitality heavy as well, so you guys will really enjoy that. You only go up to the dexterity, well, not the dexterity level. The dexterity level is kind of your own discretion, but the strength, at least put it up to 60. Because this gear I've been lucky enough to find, and you don't need a lot of strength. I think for the splint mail, though, you need, how much strength do you need? Okay, you need at least 51 to wear the splint mail. So yeah, the build says to put it up to at least 60. For now. Depending on what gear you want. So if there's a gear piece that you need, or you want, because after you do the set build that the guide says you can just do what you want after that, then you can kind of just do what you want. But I find the vitality heavy is nice. And stealth is just such a great armor piece because look how fast I am. And if you keep upgrading health, you just keep upgrading stamina, and you just never stop running. Now I gotta get this map kind of shows. Oh my god, this place is so big. Okay. We're gonna break these because you can find runes in sometimes these baskets. Do I have too many trap portals? Yes, I do. Get rid of some. Drink these. So I would definitely consider this like a nice, definitely a nice stream build. Like if you're having to interact with stream and whatnot, the stream chat. Like you can just stand there as long as it's strong enough. I think I can only count like how many times my merc died on like one hand. It's all about suiting him. I can't stress that enough. Because his auras will definitely help you out. Oh no, you're gonna hurt me. I'm just gonna keep an eye on my health. And that's another thing too. I think one of my gear pieces gives off an aura or has a chance of giving off an aura when I get hit. So I have that with the cold aura. You guys are stupid. Alright, where's this damn bazaar? Oh, my health is getting low, isn't it? Getting too cocky. Look at that XP bar, just going up. I'm just walking. And they decide to pick on me, and they get fucked for their effort. You see that? See that? The hit that the shaman did? Those shamans are eating their fucking Wheaties, man. Okay, I think this is the bazaar. Oh! I was standing still when I took that shot. Hit him. Thank you. Appreciate you. So this might be the bazaar. It might be for one of the spider caverns, though. Oh my god! See how low my health was getting? Ooh, yellow flail. God damn it. I want that flail. Where is it? There it is. Who's fucking blowing darts at me? Get out of here. Poison shrine. We don't want that. Flare shaman. I'm tired of your bullshit. Stop. Dickhead. Full helm. This might be good for Ort Soul. This might be an Ort Soul candidate. I kind of want to get the crown for Ort Soul. I'm tired of you breathing that fucking fire, dude. I know I'm stupid for standing in front of you, and it's totally my fault if I died. So this video is getting a little long. I might just do another one and just pick up where I might get to the bazaar, where I need to go, and then just pick up from there. But I do want to show off how to do the runes and whatnot, so we'll just jump right into that real quick. So, how the runes work is you want to make sure that they're in the correct order. And if you mess it up, you can't unsock it. You have to I forget what items you need to be able to unsock it. But, so this is Tal Eth. So think about that. It says Tal Eth. So what you'd want to do is, you'd want to put in Tal first, and then Eth. It's kind of self-explanatory, but it can be confusing, because I was confused. So I'm just kind of trying to break it down. So, you want Tal Eth, you put in Tal, and then you put in Eth. When you socket it, it's not going to start from the bottom up, which confused the hell out of me. It's in the order that is said. So it's like Tal Eth, you want to put in the Tal rune, which is this one, and then Eth right after, and then it'll make the name. So it'll say splint mail until you complete the word. Some words are like 4 or 5, and some of them are even 6. And then you can take, if you have 3 of these runes, like if you have 3 nefs, you can combine it and make one of these, and then so on and so forth. I have these runes ordered. So this is the weakest rune, and then it goes into my strongest rune, which is that's the strongest one I have right now. And after a certain amount, you need chipped gems with 3 runes to make a stronger rune. And then that allows you to get like Ort Soul and whatnot. Or that allows you to get like this rune, which is Soul, which you need 3 of these, I think. Or no, you need 3 Thols and a chipped Topaz, I think, to make this. So I have a few other ones in here too. That's just my shared stuff. So yeah, that's just how runes work real quick. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I showed off some of the Paladin. I'm going to show off more, but I figured that I would give you guys more an in-depth description and whatnot in this video, and then the other video I can just kind of play and being less teach mode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be back with another one. See you guys there.